Wassail, Gemini, Gemini, wassail. Gemini, Sedna is about to move into your sign. 25th of June-ish. This year, she'll move into 0 degrees of Gemini. She has a very long, this Inuit sea goddess, orbit. So when she was in Scorpio, 1,559 years. And as she's moved through the signs, it's got quicker. She was in Taurus, where she is now, for 54 years from 1968, and she's about to go into Gemini. She'll be there about 44 years-ish, till about 2068. So there's a lot of very interesting, I wanted to say like ownership energy coming towards you with her presence. Let's see what she says, because I have no idea. Sedna's here and she's got different messages for everyone. Sometimes it's about what she was up to in their sign and how that may filter through. But interestingly for you, I mean, she'll know what she's up to already when she gets to Gemini, but there's something future of this. It will be the closest she gets to Earth as well, before she starts shifting around and getting longer and slower. So Sedna in Gemini. Remember, it will happen this year in June. Sedna, what do you want to say to Gemini? What do you want to say to Gemini? Sedna, Sedna. One over here. It's about the future. Towardness. The future briars. It's called card 32. So this is about writing your future. What does Sedna mean in Gemini? It's time to take control of your life. It's time to store up futures that can feed into the current future now. And the other card, weathering. Hagal. This is to do with Northumbria. This is also to do with Amir. So this is to do with creation. There's something within this card that's not talking about weathering something currently, but making your future weatherable. So setting your future now intentions as something that will be a pleasure to weather. Because it's about discomfort melting away, but you've got to accept being struck by that discomfort. But this is somehow about, like there's a post-Hagal frequency, there's a post-hail energy, but it's post-hail because it's in the future, already coming back as melted, comfortable emotions, Gemini. So Sedna and Gemini. Sedna and Gemini. Sedna and Gemini. Leaf unfurling. It's beautiful energy. So we're talking about how by focusing on your future, by focusing on the now, because this is a now energy. This is coming now, this year, June the 25th. Focus forwards, Gemini. Do not focus on the past. Do not focus on the now. Focus future forwards. The future now, you've got to go and put good intentioned, well-lived beautiful future lives, you've got to put them in the future. You've got to unfurl them trusting. You've got to believe that you can make every incarnation that you move to past this point no longer in a land of shadows. You've got to unfurl that energy. You've got to create the newness. There's something in this frequency that is showing itself as yet to grow. But you have to decide how it grows. You're filling your future lives so that they can filter back into your now. But your focus must be the future now, not the now, Gemini. So we've got Hod and we've got Earthmasian. 27, which is a 9. And we've had 9 before, the future weathering. It's talking about, it's interesting, the Hod energy of being blind, not seeing, it's coming across as the energy of your future, not knowing, not seeing, but it's you that creates it. It's like, do you want to leave it up to chance, or do you want to set good intentions into your future so that they can come back now? And we've got Earthmasian. It's your power. It's your power to build your future. And if you build yourself, I don't mean a future just now in this life. If you intention and program a powerful, wonderful series of reincarnations in your future that are all beautiful and full of your power, you being empowered, that will filter down into your frequency in the onwardness right now. So it's a change of perception of direction. Focus on the future. Gemini, be future focused. Gatan. There's something in this Gatan that's like, there's a droplet, or there's a speck, or there's some kind of fragment that is just stubborn. It's almost like you don't see it. It's like something that you need to kind of, you want to dig off, but do you know what? Even with some kind of metal object to dig at this, the blade here, the gutting energy, it's not sufficient. This is something that's got alchemy of Sagittarius in it. Mollification. You need to soften this serration. You need to soften your approach. You need to apply emotions to this sticky, and it really is minuscule, but it's just some kind of stubbornness that can seed itself into another swelginess in your future if you don't actually deal with it now. So there's something about this speck that needs softening with emotions in order to move it. Gemini. Future forwards, Condor. It's cosmic doubt, but it is coming across as this moment where the swelginess seed can become another round of cosmic doubt. Or you can face this seed, gut this seed, and you can bring yourself into Phoenix frequency. You can transform all your future nows from this moment. But you do have to deal with that speck. Where's this going then, please? For Gemini. Getting a bit hot, Gemini. Actually, this one was first. and mature. So they're going, grow up. It is time to grow up, but that doesn't mean to become mundane. It's to grow up and become stable, to be wise, to be generous, to move in a kind of sublime frequency. There isn't much between the mending and the maturing. There really isn't much going on between the mending and the maturing here. You've got this figure down here, staring up at this side where all the power lies, but almost staring up at the power of the past. And then in this card, this shadowy figure has turned round and is now moving forwards. And that's that's this gutting. That's this energy of resolving. And that is my favourite word at the moment, resolve. It's just resolve things. Resolve the ulcer. So the ulcer is this thing that needs the serration, the Sagittarian alchemy energy. There's something about moving through this and breaking the needle. You have to break the needle that you're fixing yourself with in order to transform. There's something where the needle itself will do its job, but it's a disposable needle. It's not a permanent needle that you're going to keep overworking. It's a needle that will happen once and then you will remove it. And it's almost like the needle is the thing that pops the boil, the ulcer, so that you can have that ashes frequency. There's something very powerful about what's between the thorns. What's between the thorns? Your doubt. Your inability to wish to push this to conclusion. So let's just get another couple of cards. I'm really drawn to the fire being so dominant in your energy, like a kind of almost like a blowtorch to kind of like just aether blacken or singe or build up a sooty layer so that you have some kind of ashes. I'm being shown ashes forming planets, like space debris being used to form worlds. Gemini, Sedna, what do you want to end by saying? It's a little bit pushy then. Just push them cards out my hand, Gemini. Static, 12. 66. Just look. 44. 66. This is about master completions. And as I keep saying, it's a speck. It's a single dot. It's one aspect that needs to be faced and serrated. And then we have 1910. So the message is move. Move your shadows so that, move your shadows into the static, or move because your shadows are static. But what they're showing me here is this notion of this requires some kind of magic, some kind of key. It is a key, it is 2 door keys somehow, and I'm getting that energy again. We've got the 2 keys to 1 door energy, Gemini. There's something about being prepared to mold the shadows, being prepared to like unveil your entire shadow in clay. It's still wet, the clay, and now you can bring your hands in and transform the clay, because there's something about you've got to bring curvature, you've got to bring smoother edges. It's like there's something jagged about this speck that, again, it's this smoothing energy, this mollifying, this serrating, this slowly applying emotions until the thing softens, and then it just comes away and everything becomes free and you throw away the needle. Yeah, future focused, transforming this speck, moving forwards, feeling the children, and having like a future phoenix moment, Gemini. So, Wassail, Gemini, 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 Wassail.